hey, we did pretty good. We got 8 in the last one, so that's pretty good. I think we feel the need to be speedy because we're both talkers. Okay, number 9. So this is part 2, guys. Do you feel left out in any way? Like just in any part, do you feel left out? And how do you feel about the YouTube community and how much time I spend on how much time I spend on YouTube?
No, I don't feel left out. I mean, I don't feel left out, I don't guess. And
I'm on the computer a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, usually we both are. You know,
yeah, that's true.
We'll be in the same room and you'll be doing your thing and I'll be doing mine. You know, I mean, it's not like you leave the house to go be on YouTube. You know,
and we don't have kids yet, so that makes a difference too. You know, it's not like I'm leaving him to chase all the kids. Well, what about all the time I spend working out or in the gym? Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, a lot of times, I mean,
You're
a lot of
still
times
at
it doesn't notice because
Yeah.
I'm either still at work or I'm home mowing the yard or I'm doing. It's not like we'd be hanging out and doing something anyway. It's not like it's taken away from our time together, I don't think.
Yeah. And I really tried to be conscious and tried to be more in the situation and more at home. I try to cook a lot more than I used to. So those things for sure I can say that I have tried on my part to change. And I mean, some weeks are better than others and it depends on what's going on. But anyways, do you miss my old body or are you loving the new one?
Oh, I love the new one. And I mean, we've talked about this a lot. I don't, you know, when I married you, I loved your body then, you know.
Is anybody crying? Are we making you cry? I hope so. I hope you're crying right now.
I mean, you know, it's just different.
Yeah, it is different. And just weird things like, I don't know, I'm not trying to get graphic, and I don't mean like sex-wise, but just the way, like even hugging, I don't know, we just fit differently together than we did before.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just different. So awesome. Okay, so how do you think I've changed? Compare the old Sarah to the new Sarah.
Again, I don't think you've changed that. I mean, your attitude is the same. You know, you were never held back by your weight, I don't think, in any way. So, I mean, things have changed, I guess. Like we do different things as far as, eating habits and, that kind of thing. But as far as just normal everyday stuff, I don't really think anything's. I mean, you never failed to do anything because of your weight anyway. So,
and that's
I know.
true.
I take that back. 2 or 3 years ago, me and her brother and his wife went to St. Louis on vacation, and we walked all over St. Louis one day, and she was, she kept going, "I'm gonna have to slow down. I'm tired of walking." And then, fast forward to last fall, we went to a UT football game, and we were walking from where we parked to the stadium, and me and her brother were like, "Look, you're gonna have to slow down. We can't keep up with you on these hills."
Yeah, I'm a lot faster, and my feet don't hurt. So.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Your feet hurt before, and you were tired of walking, and now it's like just, hold on, hold on and catch up.
Like I went to the parade yesterday. To the parade like 20 minutes away, and I took my best friend's 2 kids, and my parents were there, and my dad brought 1 chair, which I thought that was odd, but normally he brings one for him and my mom, but my mom didn't want to sit, and he wanted me to sit in the chair. He was so upset that I wasn't sitting. And it's so funny. I probably wouldn't have sat anyways, but I would have wanted to sit before. I did not want to sit. And he kept saying, "You really need to sit down." I don't know where that came from, but anyway, so it is weird because I do think that I am, and my weight never really held me back, but there were a lot of things.
Slowed you down.
It slowed me down some. I got where I did not want to do as much. Now, you weren't going to tell me that I was not going to do something because I was just going to get up and do it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't ever want it to seem like my weight was going to hold me back, so I pretty much just did whatever. Okay, so has her new lifestyle affected yours? Have you lost weight? Have you changed your eating habits?
I don't drink as many Cokes.
Yeah, that is one thing. Like from the get-go.
I started out when she first had her surgery, I didn't drink any Cokes for anything carbonated for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Now I drink one every now and then now, but it's not, I drink tea, water, which that's probably, I drink sweet tea. That's probably not any better than Coke, but anyway, it's not carbonated anymore.
Yeah, it's not carbonated. And it's
I've lost a little weight, but I hadn't really put a lot of effort into it either. And I always have to end up eating what she doesn't eat.
Good times.
No, I don't have to. I always, But I haven't.
We got an email about that from his mom, too.
Yeah.
That's another video.
I changed. I try to be more conscious of what I eat, I think.
Yeah, I think you do.
Just because I know she's not going to be eating something she might want, and so I try to do that.
And he's not picky, so when I cook, and I've made a video about this before, but pretty much we eat the same thing. So when I cook supper or breakfast or lunch or whatever, I usually make the same thing. Now, there may be sides, like macaroni and cheese or broccoli or just whatever. And sometimes I'll eat sides and sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll eat a bite of a side, but then I won't eat like the whole, everything. So, so it's very helpful that my husband's not picky. He's not a picky eater because he'll pretty much just eat whatever. Okay, number 13. Did you or do you worry that me losing weight will make me a different person? Did you worry that would make me a different person? That I wouldn't be the same person?
Your dad did.
Yeah, and then my dad did.
Your dad was worried about that, but I just couldn't picture you not being the way you are.
And my parents had a really good family friend that lost weight when we were kids, and she didn't have any kind of surgeries or anything. I can't remember exactly what she did, and now she's really big again, but she changed. She changed a lot. Now, she wasn't married and she didn't have kids, and pretty much it was just us that she was close to, but after she lost weight, she just kind of dropped us like a hot plate. And so my dad always went back to that, and he just kept saying, if you change, I'm going to slap you in the face. That kind of stuff. But I just couldn't imagine really being...
Well, but here was my thing about that was, I get what he's saying, but most of the people that you see change, it's because they weren't like you are already. They were, they were really depressed about their weight. They felt like they were held back. They let that consume their lives, and you didn't do that to begin with. So I didn't feel like that would change at all.
I can see that. How do you feel about YouTube? This is number 14.
Oh, it's got a lot of funny videos on it. I think it. Honestly, I think that's one of the best things for her is the YouTube community, and she really gets a lot of enjoyment out of seeing other people's videos and watching them, and I'll hear her in the bedroom sometimes just cackling, at something somebody said.
Yeah.
And I think it's not being close to where we had the surgery. They offer support groups and that kind of thing. I think this has been a better support group than she could have gotten if she was actually going to meet with people.
Yeah, and I've learned a lot. And you've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Just a few that you've watched. And I will also say, and I should have said this a while ago when we talked about me making videos, when I told him I wanted to make videos, I don't think he was that surprised, but he was also like, well, yeah, that was like the best thing for you. Because that's all, I watched videos for like a year before I ever had surgery, and I learned so much, and I just wanted to be helpful to somebody else. So he was all about that.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the best things that you've had going for you.
All right, number 15. Do you worry that I will gain my weight back?
No.
And you got to think about it. We're planning on hopefully having a family, so there's going to be some kind of weight gain sometime. I can't imagine going through a whole pregnancy and not gaining any weight. Now, I worry about how that's going to affect me. I'm hoping that I'm not going to go off the deep end. I don't think I will. I know it'll be for a good cause, and I feel like it'll come off, once I get back in a routine of after having kids, but we'll see. Okay.
I don't think you've completely committed to it, and I don't think it's going to come back. I just don't.
Yeah, I can't imagine,
We've talked about this before. I can't imagine going through all the surgery and all the pain that goes with that and not committing to it. That just doesn't make sense to me.
All right, we're at 9:50. We're going to make a third one. Hold on.